67 cents. That's how much you would have in a return if you invested $100 for 1 month at a 8% return. Now, I know that doesn't seem like a lot because it isn't. You can't even go down to the gas station or the nearest convenience store and get a big gulp or a soft drink. But now let's look at $200. If you were to invest $200 for 1 month at an 8% return, you would basically double that first example and you'd have $1.33. Now, it's still not a lot, but I want to dig into compound interest because that is exactly what will happen if you invest your money over the long run. Now let's look at an example of a longer period of time because that was just 1 month, $200, and we got $1.33 of interest for an 8% return. But what if we did that over 10 years? We invested $200 per month at an 8% return for 10 years. Well, that would actually be equivalent to having $10,000 in interest. We would have made $10,000 or about $1,000 per year because we invested that $200 every single month. You would also have about $34,000 in the account, or $24,000 of the actual principal and then $10,000 of the actual interest. This would be absolutely amazing because now you can actually see that power of compound interest. And that's just for 10 years at only $200 a month. So let's say your employer matched your contribution, say it was 5% or 10% or whatever your 401k contribution is. Let's say that your employer matched it. So say you could put in $200. Well, they match it. Now all of a sudden you have $400 getting invested, and that would be equivalent to even more interest and more over time. Now let's look at even a bigger example, and that's going to be saving and investing for retirement. So I'm not talking about a 10-year plan. I'm not talking about a 1 month plan. Those are just examples. I want to talk about the 40, 45, 50-year plan that you can have money and save and invest for your retirement. Whatever your situation is, whether you're coming straight from high school, whether you're going straight into the workforce, going to college, or maybe you took some time and you're just now getting off your feet, just now getting a job, let's look at a plan where you can have your employer matching your contribution for your 401k, your Roth, whatever it is. Let's look at a plan and see exactly what the numbers would look like if you were to just keep investing consistently over that 40-year time period. But before we get into that, like, subscribe, and comment down below what you guys are wanting to learn from this channel, from this community. I know I want you guys on this show. I want to be able to create budgets with you guys, look at all your, incomes and your statements and create an actual plan so that you guys can be on that financial journey, that financial goal that you guys are actually wanting to be on. And if you haven't watched yet, I have a 5-part series that's all about getting your finances in order and starting today. If you're interested, the link is going to be right here. Click on that link. It's a 5-part series. Go through the entire thing. You're going to learn a lot, and then come back and comment below what you're wanting to learn for the future. And if you're wanting to get on this show, please reach out. You can either comment below, budget in all caps, reach out to me. You can reach out to me, rylant.curtis@gmail.com. It's just rylant.curtis@gmail.com. And I will either get back to you or my team will get back to you, reach out to you, and maybe get you on on this show so that we can actually go over your budgets and create you a financial journey so that you can be well on your way. All right, so if you consistently contributed $200 per month and invested that every single month, you would have roughly $1,086,960.37. And that's going to be over about 45 years, maybe 47. Really just depends on how the market is. If you're getting that 8% return, most people actually get 10 to 12% return because that's the average for the S&P 500. But this is adjusted for inflation so that when you get to 65, you're not sitting there and you're like, man, everything's actually gone up, doubled in price, tripled in price, because this is actually adjusted for that 3% interest inflation rate already. And the power of compound interest is its slow growth, consistent movement. You're not going to just sit there one day, invest $200, look up and be a millionaire. This is consistently investing over time because the market has these flows. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it goes low, but it continuously slowly builds on an upward projection. And so as long as you're consistently putting $200 in at the bottom and the top, it actually averages out and gives you that rate of return that we're looking for. If you were to only invest when the market's down or the market's up, you would statistically miss the biggest returns because you wouldn't be in the market at the time that those peaks and the corrections occur, which means that you would miss those times. And compound interest is a slow growth process. At the beginning, it's gonna feel like it's slow because you invest $100, you're looking at, like I said, $8 in return for the year. You invest $200, now you're looking at $16 in return. That's adjusted for inflation at the 8%. But all of a sudden now you have $1,000, you're looking closer to $80 per year. You have $10,000, you're at $800. You have $100,000, you're getting $8,000 per year just in interest. A lot of people, that's a fifth of their income for the entire year. That could be a sixth of their income. Now you have $200,000, you're looking at $16,000, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Once you hit that $1 million, 8%, you're making $80,000 in interest per year, and that's adjusted for inflation. It would most likely actually look like $100,000 to $120,000 just in the interest if you had $1 million in an account. And I know a lot of people don't have that, but that's why you have to build up to it. It starts slow, but then it starts rolling faster and faster and faster, like a snowball rolling down the hill, just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's really hard to stop because it is compounding so much, and we don't want to stop. And so that's why the power of compound interest is huge. And the longer you're in it, the bigger your snowball will get over time. Building wealth takes the power of time. It takes determination, it takes self-discipline and accountability. I know you have to take it day by day, invest what you can, and just keep moving forward. But over time, it helps create a healthy relationship with your finances and with your future self. Because I promise you, your future self is going to be thanking you when you are 50s and 60s and 70s and you can retire and not have to struggle financially. You do not want to be that type of person that doesn't have money in their account and they have to go to work every single day, at least as part-time, when they're 80 years old. I want to be doing what I want to do when I'm 80. I want my grandkids coming over. I want my great-grandkids coming over. I want to be able to watch football whenever I want to. I want to be able to go to the park, get ice cream. And guess what? If I don't live that long, that's okay. Some people are like, why would you save? Why would you invest if you're not even going to live that long? It's not just for me. It's for my future kids. It's for my kids. It's for my grandkids. It's for everyone. I want them all to be set. I want my wife to be set. I want everyone to be set up financially for success. So if I never even see a penny of that investment, that's okay with me, because I know what I'm doing now is helping my family and myself in the future. There's ton of resources that you can use to actually see what your investments would look like. I'll actually put one down in the description. It's going to be an interest calculator. It's just a compound interest calculator. You're going to put how many years you're investing, how much you're investing per month. If you don't know that number, or if you have an annual amount that you're trying to hit, just divide it by the 12. Just put whatever you are per month that you can, how long you want to invest, and then put an interest rate of 8%, because that's going to be adjusted for inflation. And you can even put a variance. There's going to be a variance part where you can put 2%, which means if you only got a 6% or a 10% return, it would also show you those numbers. If you go through that, I promise you it'll spark this motivation where, hey, if I only invest $300 per month, I could have 1.2 million by the time I'm 55. That's the type of motivation that you need to be able to invest. And like I said, it creates a healthy relationship with your finances. It creates goals. You can actually visibly see what it would take to hit those goals, and it just pushes you further, projects you further. And yeah, it's just a really good spot to be in, so that you are working for those goals. And if you don't know where that money's gonna come from, click on this video. It's my 50-30-20 budget video, where you're actually gonna be able to go through, create your budget, see exactly what your income is, your expenses, and how much you should be saving based on your monthly income. You're gonna then use that money to invest, which will help project that compound interest and build even further. And if you like this video, like I said earlier, like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want to see more of. Reach out to me if you want to be on this show, if you need help creating a budget to reach your financial goals. Go back through, watch my past videos, because there's a ton of knowledge and a ton of information in those that can help you in the future. But until next time, I'll see you. Peace.